Jim Jones didn't just get cheated on. It happened in the most public way possible, right in the middle of a courtroom. At first, he looked composed, almost eerily calm, like nothing could shake him. Then Camron handed a USB to the court clerk, and in seconds, everyone's eyes were glued to the screen. What appeared next left the room in stunned silence. The video showed Chrissy wearing heels and a hoodie, walking into a hotel with another man. She smiled, laughed, and whispered words that seemed to freeze time. Let him stay clueless. Jim stared straight ahead, not flinching, not speaking. It was as though everything he believed in was crumbling before him. The courtroom went completely silent. You could hear nothing but the sound of people breathing. Mama Jones sat rigid, unable to move. Camron leaned back in his chair, looking almost pleased, as if he had been waiting for this moment for years. The whole scene didn't feel random. It seemed carefully orchestrated. Everyone began questioning if the relationship had ever been real or if it had been built entirely on lies. That one USB changed everything. Jim slumped in his chair, trembling. The footage was crystal clear, showing every detail. A timestamp marked 9:13 p.m. outside the Camron Hotel in Soho. Chrissy pulled her hoodie up and glanced around nervously. The man she met inside wasn't Jim. It was Reggie. For months, fans had whispered rumors, but now the proof was undeniable. Chrissy had always claimed Reggie was just a friend, yet the video told a completely different story. When Camron officially handed over the USB to the court, the energy in the room shifted. Jim straightened slightly, as though he had suspected what was coming. But watching it unfold on screen was a completely different experience. In the video, Chrissy entered the hotel room, looked back over her shoulder, and whispered into her phone, "Jim still thinks I'm at my cousin. He's so dumb." That line hit like a blow. Camron leaned back, smirking, while Jim's expression remained vacant, shock frozen on his face. Then suddenly he clutched his chest and collapsed. Chaos erupted immediately. Security rushed in, EMTs followed, and people shouted over one another. Chrissy froze, appearing to anticipate the reaction, while Camron remained calm, observing everything. And that was only the first 37 seconds. The rest of the footage intensified the situation. Inside the room, 2 glasses of wine sat on a table. Soft music played in the background, and laughter filled the space. Chrissy's voice was clear. "This is where I can finally breathe. With you, I don't feel trapped in someone else's life." The words hit hard, especially because Jim had often described Chrissy as his entire world, his air, his everything. Hearing her admit that she felt suffocated made the betrayal even more painful. Reports later revealed that Chrissy knew about the camera. The hotel suite belonged to a friend of Reggie's who had recorded the events. However, Chrissy never imagined the video would reach Camron. Some think Camron had a connection on the inside, while others believe Reggie himself handed it over after Chrissy stopped responding to him. Regardless, Camron now held the ultimate proof, undeniable, clear evidence that could not be argued away. Court documents revealed that Camron used the USB as part of a defamation countersuit. He claimed Jim had lied about him during a VH1 meeting back in 2022. Yet it was obvious to everyone watching that this went beyond legal matters. This was personal. Camron wanted Jim to feel the same heartbreak he once endured. To make it worse, he ensured Mama Jones was present during the revelation. When Jim collapsed, she leaped to her feet, yelling at Chrissy, "You lied to my son!" Security had to restrain her. Outside the courtroom, she was heard screaming into her phone, "I told Jim she'd destroy him!" The judge paused the trial for an hour while medics checked on Jim. Thankfully, it wasn't a heart attack, just shock. But online, the story went viral instantly. Memes flooded social media, mocking Jim and highlighting the dramatic scene. One showed his face photoshopped onto hotel sheets with a caption about folding, while another depicted Camron proudly holding the USB like a trophy. People couldn't stop talking about it. As the footage continued, it became clear this wasn't just a cheating scandal, it hinted at something much bigger. The district attorney requested a pause after one line in the video caught attention. Chrissy was heard saying, "Reggie helped me clean that mess up. I told them it was a donation." She was already under investigation for charity fraud, and this statement suggested she might be covering something up. What started as a personal betrayal now had potential legal consequences. Camron didn't stop there. During a courtroom break, he looked directly at Jim and said calmly, "I told you she wasn't loyal. Now you have what you need to move on?" Jim didn't respond, staring blankly ahead. Chrissy whispered something to her lawyer. Later, a courtroom lip reader claimed she said, "Say I was drunk." That video's taken out of context. But there was no escaping the evidence. The footage was clear, the audio perfect, and multiple angles confirmed everything. There was no way to twist the story. When the trial resumed, Camron's lawyer revealed another bombshell. "We have more footage and an audio file," he announced. The room fell silent. Chrissy's face drained of color. Jim remained motionless. Mama Jones had to be restrained again. When asked about the new file, the lawyer explained it was a voicemail Chrissy had left for Mona Scott 3 weeks before the hotel incident. The voicemail played, filling the courtroom. "Mona, if Jim finds out, the season's ruined. Camron can't know either. I need you to take care of that hotel footage. Reggie said it was deleted. You promised me." The reaction was immediate. This wasn't just evidence of cheating. It proved that Chrissy knew she'd been caught and actively tried to erase the proof. Chrissy's lawyer demanded the audio be stopped, but it was too late. The damage was done. Even Camron, who had smirked earlier, now looked serious. The voicemail revealed premeditation, deception, and possible involvement of others to hide the truth. The scandal was clearly larger than anyone imagined, involving lies, cover-ups, and potential evidence tampering. Jim lifted his head slowly, pale and empty-eyed. When he met Chrissy's gaze, there was nothing left. No love, no anger, just numbness. The woman he had once defended and adored now looked like a complete stranger. Then, another video began. This one was from months earlier, filmed behind the scenes of Love and Hip Hop New York by someone on the production team. In it, Chrissy was sitting with Yandy during a break. Neither realized they were being recorded. Chrissy whispered, "I'm only here because I promised Mona I'd do one more season. After this, I'm done pretending." Yandy looked puzzled. "Pretending what?" she asked. Chrissy shrugged and admitted that Jim and I are still together. "We're over. I just haven't said it out loud yet." That brief exchange changed everything. Fans quickly turned on Chrissy. Within hours, her name was trending online with hashtags like Setup Queen and Judas. Meanwhile, outside the courtroom, chaos erupted. Mama Jones, furious and heartbroken, pushed past security and stormed down the hallway, shouting at the top of her lungs, "That woman ruined my son's life. She's a snake, and I want VH1 to burn with her." Cameras captured every moment, and clips of her outburst spread across social media within minutes. One TikTok even mixed her meltdown with footage from the hotel, captioning it, "When your mom was right all along." Back inside, the situation kept worsening. Another audio clip played, and Cameron's lawyer stood up holding printed emails and screenshots. He handed them to the judge and explained that they proved Chrissy had asked for footage to be deleted from a private server connected to Mona Scott's production company. The courtroom went silent. One message was read aloud. "I need that room wiped by Monday. If it leaks, Jim won't recover. Neither will the show. Tell Reggie to stay quiet." At that point, this wasn't just about cheating anymore. It looked like a deliberate attempt to manipulate the media and control the narrative. Jim rose slowly, hands shaking, and asked Chrissy one question. Was any of it real? She didn't answer. She just lowered her head, unable to meet his eyes. Her silence said it all. Camron didn't gloat. He simply sat back, knowing he had already proven his point. This had become a calculated strategy, not revenge. The judge called for another break, but this time it wasn't because of emotions. VH1's legal team stepped in. A nervous man in a gray suit explained that some of the footage had been unlawfully obtained, and releasing it could violate confidentiality agreements. The network was panicking. Cameron's evidence had destroyed the couple's public image, embarrassed the production team, and thrown the show's storyline into chaos. But the judge's focus wasn't on protecting television deals. He asked Chrissy if she had tried to manipulate the media to control the story. Her lawyer objected, but the judge insisted she respond. Chrissy's voice cracked as she quietly said, "I didn't mean for it to go this far. I was scared." The courtroom buzzed with whispers. Scared of what? Losing fame, being exposed, watching her world collapse in front of everyone? Whatever she meant, it didn't matter anymore. The damage was done. Then came another twist. Cameron's lawyer revealed that they had obtained text messages from a burner phone belonging to Reggie, the man from the hotel footage. One message sent to a friend read, "She played me too. Said she'd leave him. Now I'm the villain." And Camron got the upper hand. "I should have shared the rest of the clips. She begged me not to." That single text confirmed there were more videos, footage that hadn't even been shown yet. By the end of the day, Jim left the courthouse alone. No Chrissy by his side, no cameras shielding him, no Mona Scott managing the chaos. Just him. Broken, betrayed, and completely exposed. A reporter shouted, "Do you think Jim deserved this?" Camron looked into the camera calmly and replied, "No, but sometimes the truth doesn't care who it hurts." Then he walked away, leaving the chaos behind. The next morning, the internet was flooded with clips from the courtroom. Users edited videos with slow music, emotional sound effects, and heart-wrenching captions. Jim's stunned expression became a viral meme. Thousands of posts appeared, some mocking, some sympathetic, but everyone agreed. Chrissy's plan had backfired. Fans began rewatching old episodes and interviews, spotting signs of trouble they had missed before. An old clip of Mama Jones resurfaced and went viral. In it, she told Chrissy, "You don't love my son, you love the camera." That one line suddenly made sense to everyone. Meanwhile, new reports revealed that Reggie had once worked in post-production for the show and had access to editing files and raw footage. This meant the scandal wasn't just about cheating. It could involve media tampering and fraud. Sponsors pulled out, filming for upcoming episodes halted, and even Mona Scott unfollowed Chrissy on social media. VH1 tried to control the narrative, but it was too late. Jim's lawyer filed a lawsuit against Chrissy for emotional and financial damages, totaling around $2.3 million. Chrissy's ex Marcus also spoke out, accusing her online of using Jim for fame. Soon, the nickname Chrissy the Architect began trending, mocking her for building her own downfall. Camron fueled the fire by posting a short teaser titled, You saw the courtroom. Now see the full story. Within hours, it racked up 5 million views. Mama Jones went live again, visibly upset, reminding everyone that she had warned her son, but he didn't listen. Chrissy remained silent. No posts, no statements, no defense. But her silence only made the public judgment harsher. More leaks followed. Singer Olivia Longot revealed evidence suggesting Chrissy had staged parts of her relationship drama to boost ratings. VH1 tried to block the clips, but they had already been downloaded and shared across every platform. The story was unstoppable. Camron declared that the narrative now belonged to him, and he wasn't finished telling it. Eventually, Jim stepped away from the spotlight to focus on his mental health. The show was canceled, lawsuits piled up, and reputations were destroyed. What had started as a love story on reality TV became one of the largest scandals in hip-hop television history. Even as the dust settled, one thing was clear: this story wasn't over. Subscribe to stay updated because the events are still unfolding.